Swimming was an outlet, as we all go through, of figuring out how to expend energy, but for me it was more of the teamwork and the having fun with friends and an ability, because I grew up way out in the country. They instilled in a sense of not only how to swim, but learning the strokes as we all do and learning how to swim, but there's also the team and the camaraderie that I fell in love with swimming. I know it's a very individualized sport and we all spend much of our time looking at a black line. But I think, as swimmers can attest, we have a lot of great conversations with that black line. Not in a crazy psycho way, but we battle a lot of things out within that. And so that's where I found my home. When I went to Minneapolis, it was my first experience into Paralympics. So before this, I had no idea that there was this thing called Paralympics. I had no idea that athletes with disabilities competed and that they competed on an elite level. For me, I knew that there was the Olympics. I watched Amy Van Dyken swim for her 4 gold in Atlanta. I watched Carrie Strug do her amazing flip, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna be that person. But clearly, my hands barely extend over my head, so gymnastics is not the sport for me. I remember walking into the pool deck in Minnesota, and that pool is like far bigger than anything I've ever seen in my life. But I remember that night, my mom said to me, she goes, well, what did you think of, the first evening? Because all I did was basically get in and warm up, and she goes, well, what'd you think? And I was like, it's so cool, this pool is huge and stuff. She goes, no, what did you think about what you saw? And I was like, well, what do you mean what I saw? And she goes, no, what you saw? And I was like, you mean the legs on the ground and the wheelchair? She goes, yeah. That didn't strike you as odd? And I was like, oh, well, that's really weird, because normally when you see prosthetic legs and arms and wheelchairs, you're going, oh God, is this a Halloween thing? Because I just had never been exposed to it before. Well, then I said, Mom, I don't know who those belong to, because all I saw was swimmers. And she goes, okay, I get it now. So for me, I couldn't make the connection between these fast swimmers in the water and these limbs and wheelchairs that were sitting on the pool deck. For me, all I saw was fast swimmers, and I was going, oh my God, I have to race against these people. How is this gonna happen? There's this whole new world for me that I hadn't been exposed to, but at the same time, I saw the athlete before I saw the disability. And so that was really something empowering to see, is that I saw the athlete that they were in the water versus what they were on land. And that's one of the great things about swimming, is that you don't compete with a wheelchair or any prosthetics or any extras. It's just you in the water.